A lot of people come up to me and they ask me, Marco, what is it that motivates you most? And to answer their question, I reply back with a question. I say, what if I told you that you had 1 week left to live?
You don't even know it. Quit wasting time. By your own definition, don't waste your damn life.
So we have plenty of time, which is great, because guess what? We don't even need that much time to do amazing things. But when most of us have bits of time, what do? Pull out the phone, right?
You know, inefficient studying, watching things on YouTube that not only do you not want to watch, that you don't even care about, that make you feel horrible about watching after you're done. That's probably 4 hours right there. You know, you think, well, that's 25 hours a week, it's 100 hours a month, that's 2.5 full work weeks, it's half a year of work weeks per year.
There is time. Even if we are busy, we have time for what matters. And when we focus on what matters, we can build the lives we want in the time we've got.
And so if your life isn't everything it could be, you could ask yourself, well, what would happen if you just stopped wasting the opportunities that are in front of you? You'd be, who knows how much more efficient? 10 times more efficient, 20 times more efficient.
It is far better to live with the regret of the mistakes you have made than to die with the regret of never having tried.
It is not the things we do in life that we regret on our deathbed. It is the things we do not.
Yesterday would have been easier. Tomorrow will be harder, right? There is no waiting. You do it and you do it now.
And you will need to find your passion. Many of you have already done it. Many of you will later. Many of you may take till your 30s or 40s, but don't give up on finding it, right? Because then all you're doing is waiting for the reaper. Find your passion and follow it.
If you can teach people to stand up in the face of the things they're afraid of, they get stronger. And you don't know what the upper limits to that are, because you might ask yourself, like, if for 10 years, if you didn't avoid doing what you knew you needed to do, what would you be like? Well, you know, there are remarkable people who come into the world from time to time, and there are people who do find out over decades-long periods what they could be like if they were who they were. And so you could say, well, in part, perhaps the reason that you're suffering unbearably, and of course that's a terrible thing to admit, and it's a terrible thing to consider, but there's real promise in it.
And what I learned from that is that the brick walls that are in our way are there for a reason. They are not there to keep us out. They are there to give us a way to show how much we want it. Today's talk is not about death. It's about life and how to live. You can choose to take your finite time and energy and effort, and you can spend it complaining, or you can spend it playing the game hard. The talk isn't just about how to achieve your childhood dreams. It's much broader than that. It's about how to live your life. Because if you lead your life the right way, the karma will take care of itself. The dreams will come to you.
Today is difficult. Tomorrow is much more difficult. But the day after tomorrow is beautiful. Most people die tomorrow evening, and which is true, right? So you have to work hard today, you can survive till tomorrow. 20 years later, in this world, there'll be more rich people, more successful people, more big companies than today. This is for sure. You like it, don't like it. It is the reality. Whether it will be you or others depends on how hard you work. We have a lot of challenges, a lot of things are happening, and with our knowledge, with our physical power, it's time you need to change. You have to think, if you want to be successful tomorrow, it's impossible. If you want to be successful a year later, it's impossible. But if you want to win 10 years later, you have a chance. That is what I think.